In this video, we'll be creating a mini project using dynamics in Cinema 4D. We'll be creating a series of spheres that are falling inside a bowl. So first, we start by creating our sphere. Not a cone, a sphere. Okay, we have the sphere. We change the radius to 10. Okay, so that we have a small sphere like this, like we can move it up. Okay, now we have the sphere. We need to create the bowl. Okay, so let's go to the front view like this. Okay, then we take our spline pen. Remember, we can use splines to create those things. So we start by creating our bowl here. Let's create something like this. Create here. I want to bend it like this. Okay. Okay, here. Create this curve here. Then you end it back here. Okay, so I take the live selection tool and make sure that this is actually on the 0 on the x-axis, so that is in the middle, same as this. Okay. Okay, so we have it. Now we have to put this bow, this spline inside a leaf. Okay, so we put a spline inside a leaf. Now we have our bow. Okay, we have our bow right now. Okay, so now we can move. I want to move this whole object here. Okay, a little bit. Remember, I'm not moving the spline, I'm moving the lathe object because we have actually finished creating the lathe, so I can move it here. Okay, let's just even make it editable, so you can make our bow editable. Let's delete these selections, so you highlight on them. You can leave them there, but I don't want my computer to process more, so I just highlight on them and I delete it. So we have this bow, so let's call this our bow. Okay. And now we need to create something so that the spheres can actually drop on and slide into the bowl. Okay, that's what I want to do. Okay, so I go back to my object mode and I want to create let me just create a cube. Okay, I bring it up like this and change the length to be like this. Okay. Yes, this is what I want, but I don't want the chance whereby a sphere will drop on the edges onto the floor. Okay, so let's make this cube an editable one. Okay. Okay, so with the cube selected, we're making the cube editable. I want to create a hole inside so that we have walls, and we'll do that. So with the cube selected, let's move to the polygon mode, this mode, and let's take the loop selection, the loop cut, this one, the loop cut, the loop or path cut. Okay, and I want to cut two loop cuts, one here and then one here. So we have this middle part right here. Okay, so we take the live selection tool and we want to select this part. But if your live selection tool is big, you click the middle mouse key and drag left and right. You can change, increase the size and decrease the size. I want to decrease mine so that I can select this two. So I select this two. Okay, now right click and then I'll extrude like this. Okay, now I have this object that my spheres can actually roll on and fall inside the bowl. Okay, so let's go back to the object mode and then switch to the front view. We take our rotate tool and we want to rotate it in a way that it can actually, something will slide on. Okay, so say like this, and this is okay. Okay, so now we have is it touchable or it is? So let's move it a little bit. I don't want it touchable. Okay, now we have it. Now it's time to add more spheres. Okay, so we create a clona here, this clona, and we put the sphere inside the clona. Okay, let's select the clona and bring it up because we want it to fall inside this one, and we want to make sure that it actually happens inside the path that we created on the cube. Okay, so with the clona selected, let's actually increase the, like maybe 5 and 5 on each one, but let's decrease the spacing. Okay, let's decrease the spacing. So with this, I want to decrease it like this, and then with this one too, I want to decrease the height of it. Let's position our camera very well so that we see it very well. Okay, and then on the x-axis too, I want to decrease it here. Okay, and then with the clonal selected, I want to move it back a little bit like this, and I want to make sure that it doesn't, some of them doesn't fall outside. Okay, so that is what we have. We are now ready to assign our dynamic tags. Okay, so first we select the cloners, and then we go to the simulation tag. We assign the rigid body because we want them to fall. So when you play, like, they fall. Okay, that is it, they fall. Okay, I think some of them is touching, so okay, yeah, you see it's touching, so it pushes them apart. So with the cloner selected, I think, no, this is the z-axis. Okay, so I give it something like this. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now we have perfect falling spheres. I don't want to call it balls, they are spheres. Okay, now you want to assign also a collider body to this cube, this platform we just did. So you right click on it, go to simulation tag, and go to collider body. So now our spheres falls on the sphere, and then they collide with it, and then they roll because this one is rolling. Okay, and now the spheres are falling, so we need to add a collider body to this bowl too. So we select the bowl, go to simulation tag, and also add a collider body. Okay, now we play it. Okay, so now you see it that the spheres drop on this and they drop inside the bowl. Okay, and sometimes with your sphere selected with your bowl, you see that your objects doesn't drop inside, you drop on it, and there's a simple fix to that. When you select the collider body on the bowl and you come to the collision shape, okay, when it's on automatic, sometimes you see the way it falls on it. Okay, it falls on it because it's treating this whole shape as one object, so it doesn't see that there's a hole inside. Okay, so you have to change the shape to either a static mesh, which is the mesh is static, it doesn't move, or you can change it to a moving mesh, and it will work if your object is being animated. The object that the collider body is on it is being animated. Okay, so that is it for this mini project, and I hope you had fun. We will dive more into dynamics when we start building projects in our project session in this course. Thank you, and see you in another video.